Hi everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. You're with Savannah and we are coming to you from the Zulily headquarters in Seattle, Washington. Today, Facebook Live is all about Stash Tea. You guys, if you don't know who this company is, you should. They're in every grocery store. I feel like every time I go tea shopping, I'm staring at rows and rows of Stash Tea. And what's so exciting is today they're on Zulily with 4 new flavors. And not only are they in 4 new flavors, they've just rebranded their packaging. Look how beautiful these boxes are. And the names are gorgeous. I mean, looking at those, I want to try some. So, so to introduce the brand, introduce what we're doing today, we brought 2 very special guests with us, Cindy from Stash Tea, as well as Sarah. And Sarah is in research and development, so she gets to do the fun creation of the teas, and we'll talk to her about that a little bit as well. So I think to start, Cindy, why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers and talk about your history with Stash, because I've heard it several times now, but I still love the story of how you got involved.
Well, I've worked at Stash Tea for 14 years, and when I first moved to Portland, Oregon, I always got lost. My kids would be in the car, and for some reason, I always ended up near Stash Tea. I told my kids, I'm gonna be working there someday. And of course, I know they didn't believe me, but here I am 14 and a half years later.
So only half a year later, you were working there.
Exactly.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, oh yeah, you were right. Mom does know best.
Yeah, my kids are Stash Tea drinkers to this day.
That's
so it's
great.
Pretty amazing.
Oh, I love that. And if you guys are Stash Tea drinkers, let us know your favorite flavor in the comments. We were just talking about Stash is known for their chai. I'm sure you guys are chai drinkers out there. I love chai.
Love chai. My favorite too.
Oh my gosh, that's my fave. So let us know what your favorite is. And if you have others in your life that are obsessed with Stash, tag them in the post. Give us a like, give us a heart, share away. Because today what's really exciting is we're introducing 4 new flavors.
Yep.
So I guess, why don't we talk about that? Because not only are we introducing 4 new flavors, you guys are introducing like a whole new brand, design, everything. You guys are just giving a whole new look.
Yeah, we are. We're really excited about it. It took us about 2 years to actually do this. We talked to a lot of women around the United States. What we found was that people knew they had Stash Tea in their cupboard, but they weren't really familiar with the logo. So that's where we started first. So let me pull out an old box for you. And the old box, actually, if you look at it, has a star around the A. And it really kind of broke up our logo name. People love the company, they love our flavors. So we actually decided that we would change the logo so that it was outside and it represents tea leaves.
I love that.
Yeah, and it really looks so much better. More importantly, the thing I love is that we actually went to a company with food technologists, and they spent the day cutting up every piece of fruit, and they put the spices all together, and we have an authentic look at what's inside the box.
I know, I love that. I was just telling them, I ended up in the tea aisle last night, not planned, totally random, and I just realized how many boxes on the shelf are plain, no descriptions, no pictures, and this box just completely jumped out at me because that orange, I want to eat it, and now I want to drink it, right?
It's so true. And you know, one of the things we really learned from this research is that people spend a lot of time running around the store, but when they get to the tea aisle, they actually stop and look. And we wanted to make a box that was really appealing, that it evokes what flavor is, and also a description of the box.
Yeah, I find that to be so true. I don't know about you guys, the last time I was at the grocery store, not last night, like 2 weeks ago, I spent 15 minutes in the tea aisle just trying to figure out what to buy. And I did. I find that I'm not really brand loyal, but I really am flavor conscious. And I bought 2 boxes of Stash on that trip and didn't realize it until I was at my desk yesterday. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have Stash Tea myself. You probably do too. It's in your cupboard, you don't even know it.
Well, we're really excited about the new look.
I love the new look. And so while we're talking about it, why don't we talk about the new 4 flavors? And so Sarah, since you helped create these, why don't we talk through them a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So for this year, we brought on 2 new premium teas. And so those are going to be these 2 here, the Sweet Honeydew and the Asian Pear Harmony.
So why don't we get these steeping while she's introducing?
Of course.
Awesome, thank you.
Absolutely. So these teas we really wanted to set out. We talked, we're owned by Yamamoto Yama of Brazil, or of Japan, and so they're one of the oldest tea companies.
1690.
Yeah, crazy. For over 300 years they've been in business, and so they learned that they could take a Japanese green tea plant and they could grow it in Brazil, which has similar growing conditions to that they were used to doing in Japan. So it just gave this great new opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful for Stash as a company because we're able to use this wonderful high quality tea that comes from their tea estates in Brazil
Love that.
in our products. So these two flavors, we really wanted to highlight that. And so people know about green tea and they're wanting to drink more green tea. So we wanted to use flavors that really emphasize the delicious high quality tea that we're using, but with subtle, yummy, kind of Asian inspired flavors. So that's where these two came from.
Love
So we
that.
decided on using the honeydew as a complimentary flavor, and that one just has this juicy ripe melon, and it's so refreshing, and it's delicious iced, absolutely delicious iced as well as hot. And the Asian pear, I mean, you open this tea bag and the aroma of the Asian pear just is, it makes your mouth water.
I'm so excited. I get to taste test all of these flavors today, so I can tell you if she's right and if they're amazing. We got them right behind me going. So, and you had mentioned that when you're steeping your tea, green teas don't need as long to steep, right?
Yep. Yeah, green teas are a bit more delicate in flavor. So these guys we're actually only going to steep for 1 to 3 minutes is what we recommend. But the nice thing with our green tea, unlike other green teas, is really holds up well to even higher temperatures or over steeping. It's really resilient, and that flavor still comes through without the typical astringency that many people associate with green tea, and that's something that we're really proud of.
Right.
I mean, our green tea, if you taste it side by side, it wins every time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so this is just another great addition to our green tea lineup, and so we're super excited for you to try them today. I think
Awesome.
you might have another few favorites.
Oh, I know I have another few favorite because it's on the table. I'm so excited about the Rainforest Chai.
Yeah, we can bring those on over here too. And so in addition to the two premiums, we have these
this
two-
one?
Yeah,
There we go.
have a berry is also delicious too. We have two new organics also. So we have, as you mentioned, we have the organic Rainforest Chai. And so Stash is really known for our chais. We do some neat, fun things, and we really wanted to carry that through with this year. And so the organic Rainforest Chai is a kind of new, fresh take on that.
Yeah.
And so this chai uses organic and fair trade certified, which we're super excited to bring in more fair trade certified to our line. It uses an organic and fair trade certified Guayusa and yerba mate.
Oh,
so
cool.
these two things they're herbs that actually come from South America, and like tea, they're naturally caffeinated.
Oh, wow.
So it's a caffeine-containing herbal tea, and so we've accented those awesome, lively herbs with the typical chai spices, the ginger, the cinnamon, all of that stuff.
Yep.
And so it just gives this really neat kind of earthy, spicy blend, and we think it's absolutely delicious.
Oh, that's great.
It's my new favorite chai.
Oh, and if you want to try it, you can today. Make sure to click the link in the post, and it will take you over to the site where you can get shopping. So I see we have one on the table.
We do. I was going to bring some over, so we put them. This is your Asian pear. Dragon one.
Okay, here we go. And it already smells really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so like sometimes I feel like when I'm drinking tea, I just want to spend half of my time smelling them.
Yes.
Because the aroma, it makes me excited to drink the cup.
Yeah, and that's huge for us too in the development process. Just as much as we want to focus on the flavor, of course, is always the gold standard. We also want to consider what the visual of the tea looks like, what color it brews up to, how it smells, because that's so much part of the experience in addition to the flavor. And
So right off the bat, it's like a punch of pear. You probably saw my face. It's like, it's so fresh. I love it. And I'm not, it's funny, my husband is like, you like pear. I'm like, I don't like pear, but I think I like pear.
Yeah, pear is just one of those flavors. It's lighter, but it still has such a wonderful, juicy fruitiness, and it just blends, we think, beautifully with the green tea, and we hope you agree.
Oh no, I like it. And I couldn't drink green tea for the longest time because when I was pregnant, you can't drink green tea.
Right.
So it's the first thing I wanted when I was that and a glass of wine. But the tea, like I've got to have green tea because I really miss the flavor of it. Oh man, okay. And then there's another green tea that we want to try. All right, I'm getting really excited. It's not every Facebook Live you get to taste test what you're selling. So today, I love this.
This is the sweet honeydew, and actually we had this flavor in a different line, and that line got discontinued, and so, but this flavor was so popular that we brought it back, we tweaked it a little bit, and it's a favorite for me.
Yeah, the smell, I can smell the sweet, like that honeydew before
you don't need sugar.
You really don't. I love doing just a little bit of honey, but you know, that's just me. I like sweets. These are really good, and they're very different. Like even though they're both green teas, they're so different in flavor. I mean, how do you guys come up with these different flavor profiles?
Yeah, so our R&D team sits down and we kind of have a brainstorming session, and so we work really closely with our tea master and with the rest of our R&D team, and we kind of go through trends and what we think are going to be complementary flavors. So for these teas, we probably started off with the green teas with about 5 different flavors that we were considering, and so then we reach out to our suppliers, and they're amazing, and so they send in samples of the flavor profiles that we're looking at, and then it's just lots and lots and lots and lots of tasting. I mean, we'll sit down and we'll taste for hours and just mocking up blends and figuring out which one we like best and how much and what are complementary flavors that might accent that. So like the sweet honeydew also has a natural guava flavor in it as well.
Really
yeah.
So guava actually is in the melon family, but it adds that extra sweetness and the juiciness that just totally, you don't even know it's in there, but it just really brings up the flavor of the honeydew melon, and that was so important to us because honeydew is really subtle.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen it in our fruit salad, but you don't think of it so much as a like central flavor, and so we really needed to bring it up and liven it up, and so that's where we did the guava as an addition, and so it's a lot of trial and error and note taking and going back to the drawing board.
And let me just say that it looks like they're not working in there. All they're doing
know.
is drinking tea all day.
I'm literally
working really hard. I'm telling you.
I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know about you guys, but I'm jealous of her job. Like sitting around, eating flavors, drinking tea. It sounds like a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, let me get to the next one for you.
Awesome. And I'm really excited about these. I also love the names. Are you the same team that comes up with the names?
No, we don't. So we actually, as we get closer into the development process, we then bring back in our marketing team, and they're exceptional as well. And so marketing and sales usually are involved with some input as well, and they are the creative minds behind the names.
Is this the peppermint?
This is the organic moringa mint.
Oh, I can smell. So I'm looking at the ingredients right now. I'm like, I can smell the peppermint.
Yeah, so this tea is actually really interesting. So moringa is starting to pop up more and more in the market. It's actually an herb, but it's out of drier climates. So this tea is also known as the tea of life, or the tree of life, the moringa tree, or also known as the drumstick tree. But so this plant just has so many nutrients and ingredients that many cultures will just use it as one of their sole sources of food and nutrition. So we were really excited to kind of do our take on moringa though. And so we worked with a supplier out of India to customize our moringa. So most moringa is usually bright green and very vegetal and kind of grassy, similar to matcha. So what we did was we worked with our supplier and we custom roasted our moringa to really bring out this deeper, earthier flavor, and we think it just blends perfectly with our peppermint. And we're also, as much as we're known for our chais, we're known for our mints. I mean, Stash really put Pacific Northwest grown mints on the market, and that Cindy mentioned before, Stash used to sell herbs out of the back of a van. Peppermint was king. And so we have wonderful peppermint suppliers, and we were just so happy to find another reason to use our organic peppermint.
So I know this is gonna sound funny, but it kind of reminds me of like holidays in a cup, because that peppermint, it's like this explosion in my mouth. I love it.
So Sarah, have you been out to the peppermint farms yet?
I haven't. I actually wasn't able to go this past trip, but I'm hoping for next one. But our other R&D teammate went out with them, and she said it was just an amazing experience. They got out of the car and instantly you're just hit in the face with this beautiful, wonderful aroma of fresh mint.
Right, so we meet all the farmers that are growing. They love having that direct you know, relationship with our company, which has been really nice.
And I love that you can see that. I mean, with the new boxing that you guys are doing and all the new branding, I can feel that, right? Because you guys have that kind of farm to, or I don't want to say farm to table because it's not, but it's kind
of direct to source in a way, especially for our green tea and our mint. We're really proud of that, and I think it shows because peppermint's one of our top flavors.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's my mouth. It's like I have this tingling in my mouth from the peppermint. I love it.
It's an exceptional mint. I mean, we're biased, but we think it's the best mint out there.
We are.
Are you guys also mint fans? Let us know. Again, tag your tea drinking fans in the comments. Let us know if you love this. Give us a heart. Give us a share. It's so funny. I've been buying Stash for years and didn't realize it, which, I mean, you had mentioned this. The logo, sometimes it disrupted the name on the box because all you saw was that A. And I love how prominent the name and the logo are now. It's so cool that it looks like it was a compass, but now it looks like tea leaves, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So much fun.
Well, would you like to try the chai?
I'm so excited for the
chai. I left that one for last.
Every day, 2 o'clock, it's like on the dot, I get my chai. Yeah.
It's so good. And this one's just, it's so neat. We really went into this one with wanting to take kind of that earthy, rainforest inspired, since both Wayusa and Yerba Mate are from South America. We really wanted to play into that, so that's where the rainforest name comes in.
I can smell it from the table, so I have to tell you, it is so aromatic.
Yeah, I can too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, please go ahead and try.
I'm feeling a little envious as a chai lover, right?
I know. Oh my gosh.
We'll just have to enjoy by smelling.
Right.
We didn't have enough cups, so I get to do all the tasting myself. I love this. And like I said, I am a chai drinker, you're a chai drinker. It does feel new though, like it's a new spin on like a classic chai.
But it's still relatable. I mean, if you like chais, you're gonna recognize these flavors. It still has those same spices, those same aromatic qualities, and it really awakens your mouth and everything. And so that's really what we were going for. We wanted to stay true to that.
I love
but
that.
really emphasizing these new ingredients. I mean, we've done tea, but being able to source these 2 products, the Wayusa and Yerba Mate, and to be able to get them from fair trade groups, that's huge for us. I mean, tea, that's already such a big movement, and so it was great to be able to work with the farmers that are doing the responsible and ethical sourcing, and that's something that's so important to Stash. I mean, that's why we went through becoming B Corp certified, and that's something that we're also excited with this rebrand to show. It's on all of our boxes, and it was so important to us. It was just a natural progression in our commitment to sourcing and suppliers and all of that stuff.
So this might be a silly question, and forgive me guys at home if you're like, I already know what that is. What's a B Corp?
Yeah, so B Corp is just, it's a way of our business to show what we've already been doing all these years. So it's a big commitment to social responsibility and environmental health, and also just giving back to not only our local community in Portland, but the global community. So it's responsible sourcing. It's working with farmers and growers and suppliers who are doing it right. They're treating their workers well. They're growing responsibly. They're giving back to their communities and their environment responsibly and ethically. And then it also translates to Stash as a company. I mean, Stash is a fantastic company to work for. They take care of us as employees, and that it all ties together. So it's just really, B Corp is all about businesses coming together and using business as a source for doing good.
I love that.
And they do expect us to continue to improve.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. You don't just get to get the B Corp and go, okay, I have it. We are continuing to work on that. So
I love that.
It's really a feel good for all of us.
Oh, definitely. And I think even myself as a consumer, you guys will probably agree, it's something you feel good about buying when you know that it's not just for profit, right? There's so much more that goes into it. And so that box is different. You see the fruits that you never got to see before, and the spices, the logo. I love the rebranding. It's so true. If you have an old box of Stash in your pantry, you guys should pull it out and look at what we're talking about yourself. These boxes are beautiful. The flavors are amazing. I wish you guys could smell these. Again, I'm just sitting here and it's wafting at me. The flavors are incredible. And if you guys are jealous that I got to taste all of these, you can try some too. Click the link in the post. It will take you to Zulily where you can get shopping. And I just want to thank you guys both for being here. Cindy had mentioned yesterday that she's like, they're kind of known for unique and funky flavors. And I think that's so true. Like just these 4 are great representation of that.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna probably finish at least this one when we're done filming. All right, well thank you guys again. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.